Wakan Tanka, the great mystery of the Lakota. What if life's deepest truths were hidden in a great mystery, a spiritual force that connects everything that exists? In the frenetic pace of our modern world, we often forget to look beyond the tangible and find the sacred in the everyday. Today, I invite you to join me on a journey to explore the deep spiritual legacy of the Lakota, a people who have lived for centuries with an astonishing understanding of the connection between humanity, nature, and the divine. Today we present Wakan Tanka, the great mystery of the Lakota. At the heart of Lakota, spirituality is the concept of Wakan Tanka, translated as the great mystery. This is not a god as we imagine in other traditions, but an omnipresent force that lives in the wind, the water, the stars, and our very being. Wakan Tanka teaches us to view life from a sacred perspective, to recognize that everything around us is deeply interconnected. Throughout this video, we will explore where the Lakota come from, their sacred traditions, and their teachings about the great mystery. We will reflect on how these ancient lessons can guide us towards a more fulfilling, connected life at peace with the universe. The Lakota are one of the indigenous peoples who originated in the vast plains of North America, primarily in the regions we now know as North and South Dakota. These lands, with their endless skies and open horizons, are not only their physical home, but also their spiritual home. For the Lakota, the land is not a resource to be exploited, but a caring mother who nurtures her children. Rivers, mountains, and animals are seen as brothers and sisters. This vision of life, deeply rooted in the connection with nature, is the basis of their spirituality and ancestral wisdom. The way the Lakota interact with the land and everything that lives on it is a lesson for our modern world. In a time when we often feel disconnected from nature and each other, their way of life invites us to rethink how we can rebuild those broken ties. At the heart of Lakota, spirituality is Wakan Tanka, translated as the great mystery. This concept is not easy to define, but it represents the universal force that permeates all that exists. For the Lakota, Wakan Tanka is not an anthropomorphic god as described in other religions, but rather an intangible and omnipresent presence. Wakan Tanka manifests itself in nature, in the gentle breezes that caress the grasslands, in the roar of the rivers, and in the sparkle of the stars in the dark night. The Lakota do not see it as something separate from the world, but as the essence that connects and gives life to everything. This vision reminds us that everything is interconnected: humans, animals, plants, and the elements of nature. Wakan Tanka teaches us that we are not the owners of the land, but its caretakers. This idea is more relevant than ever in a world where respect for nature is essential to our survival. This understanding goes beyond faith. It is a way of life. Recognizing Wakan Tanka in everything around us inspires respect, reverence, and gratitude. This knowledge teaches us that the divine is not somewhere far away, but right here in every detail of life. For the Lakota, connecting with Wakan Tanka is a fundamental part of life. This is achieved through sacred ceremonies, profound ways of honoring life and expressing gratitude. In indigenous cultures like the Lakota, stories are much more than just narratives. They are carriers of spiritual wisdom. One of the most sacred stories for the Lakota is that of the white buffalo who brought the sacred pipe, Chanunpa, to the people. Legend has it that the white buffalo appeared at a critical time for the Lakota, bringing a sacred message of unity and spiritual connection. The pipe he offered them is not only a ceremonial instrument, but also a profound symbol of interconnectedness. Each time the Lakota smoke the pipe in their rituals, the smoke that ascends to the sky serves as a bridge between humans and Wakan Tanka, reaffirming the union between people and the divine. In addition to this story, the Lakota use songs, stories, and prayers to convey essential teachings. Each of these expressions is charged with spiritual meaning, reminding those who hear them that everything in life is woven into the same great circle of existence. Rituals are an essential part of Lakota life, as they are the way to honor and connect with Wakan Tanka. One of the most well-known is the sun dance, a profound act of devotion and sacrifice that symbolizes unity with the Great Mystery and all of creation. During this ceremony, participants offer prayers, chants, and meditations as they seek to renew balance and harmony in their lives. Each movement and melody is charged with gratitude toward Wakan Tanka and the greater cycle of life to which we all belong. Another significant ritual is the purification ceremony in the sweat lodge. This act symbolizes a spiritual rebirth, where the hot steam represents the purification of the body and soul, connecting those who participate with the sacred forces of nature. Each Lakota ceremony is not only an act of faith, but a practical reminder of how to live in harmony with the universe. For the Lakota, everything in life is interconnected. Humanity, animals, plants, mountains, rivers, and even the wind are seen as part of an inseparable whole. This understanding guides them to treat nature with the utmost respect and gratitude. Their spirituality is rooted in a deep appreciation for the cycle of life. They recognize that everything has a purpose and a place. Creation, growth, death, and rebirth are not separate events, but part of a constant flow that maintains the balance of the universe. In your world, spirituality is not separate from daily life. It is intertwined with all decisions and actions. This understanding allows you to live in harmony with yourself and with the Great Mystery. Wakan Tanka teachings focus on values such as respect, humility, gratitude, and unity. The Lakota believe that all living things have a spirit and that we should treat them with reverence. This includes not only people, but also animals, plants, and even rocks and rivers. One of the most powerful teachings is the concept of mitakuye oyasienji, which means we are all related. This phrase sums up the idea that our actions affect everything around us. If we harm the earth, we harm ourselves. If we care for others, we strengthen our own soul. These teachings invite us to live with awareness and responsibility, reminding us that every decision we make has an impact on the world. In the modern world, we often feel disconnected from nature, from our roots, and from our own souls. We spend too much time searching for meaning in the chaos without looking to the simple truths around us. The Lakota offer us a powerful reminder. The key to healing and peace is reconnecting with the natural world and recognizing the sacred fabric that binds us all together. If we could live with the same reverence for life that they practice, we might find a lost balance in our busy lives. Let's take a moment to reflect. What does it mean to you to be truly connected to the world? What can you do to live in harmony with the earth and with each other? From Lakota spirituality and the concept of Wakan Tanka, we can draw great lessons for our own lives. First, life is a sacred gift. Every moment, from the dawn to the smallest acts, has a profound value that deserves to be appreciated. Second, Wakan Tanka reminds us to walk gently through this world. Respecting nature and those around us is the key to living in peace and balance. Finally, we must learn to accept the unknown with humility. The Great Mystery teaches us that we do not always need to understand everything to find meaning and purpose. In a world increasingly disconnected from nature, Wakan Tanka's teachings are more relevant than ever. They remind us that the earth is not a resource to be exploited, but a sacred gift to be protected. Many indigenous communities, including the Lakota, are leading efforts to preserve the environment and defend their sacred lands. Their fight is not just for them, but for all of us, because what we do to the land, we do to ourselves. Wakan Tanka calls us to reconnect with the sacred, to live in harmony with nature, and to remember that we are all part of the same cosmic fabric. The wisdom of Wakan Tanka invites us to look beyond ourselves and recognize the sacredness in everything around us. He teaches us that true wealth is not in material things, but in the connection with the divine, with others, and with the earth. In a world full of divisions, Wakan Tanka's message is a call for unity, respect, and gratitude. Perhaps, if we learn to see the world with the eyes of the heart, as the Lakota do, we can find the peace and balance that we so desperately need. The Great Mystery, as understood by the Lakota, is not just a spiritual idea, but a way of living that can transform us. Its message of connection and reverence for life is an eternal reminder that we are never truly alone or separate from creation. Today, I invite you to take this wisdom with you. Look around you with new eyes, find the sacred in the ordinary, and seek connection with nature and the universe. Ask yourself, how can I live more in harmony with the Great Mystery? Thank you for joining us on this spiritual journey. May the lessons of Wakan Tanka illuminate your path and fill your life with peace and meaning. May the Great Mystery guide and inspire your journey each day. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content like this. What do you think about Wakan Tanka's teachings? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. See you next time. Transform your life today. Discover a journey of self-improvement, spiritual growth, and motivation.